Okay. I had a cool idea that I don't know if it'll work, but I would like to see if it works. So, what do I gotta do? Make a circle first. Okay. So the idea was, I want to make a fan, like the kind that like folds up and then you open it and you like those paper fans that you fold up and you can open them and you fan yourself with them. I want to make one of those, right? But I want to make it. I obviously want to 3D print it, right? Because that's the tool I have. Let's see, 110 would give me 220, which would be pretty big. Yeah, that'd be pretty big. Okay. Okay. So I want to make a fan, but the thing is, right? I usually make rigid things, right? But with the dealers that I've made for Yugioh, I've been making pretty thin dividers, which are like 0.6 millimeters tall. So this is 220, yeah. So I wonder, right, if I can do something like this. I wonder if I can do. Whoops, wrong kind of arc. Something like this. I don't know. There and then there. So this would be a hole right here. And then to the side of this would be like this shape. And then this would be bigger, like that. Right, it would go past the hole. And then sure. Okay. So, the idea is basically, and then like this. The idea is I would make a very thin segment here, and these would all be identical, right? And then this piece here would be able to slip through into this slot here, right? And like basically hook the next segment onto it in order to make a fan, right? Then this piece on this segment will be on the next segment about here and be able to move about that far, right? So you'd be able to like close it, right? But you'd be able to open it and use it as a fan, right? I need to see how big 110 is actually. $110 is pocket sized. Okay. So that's the idea. That's the idea behind what I want to do. Right now, though, before making any segments of this fan, right, what I want to make sure is I need to see if this would work. This here tab sliding through the slots, right? So, just gonna go ahead and delete these and start again. So I figure if I want to give it a fair test, I probably need to do arcs. Okay, so if I trim this, right, and I make this how about 5? Yeah. Okay, and now if I offset it, I'll give it maybe 2 on either side. That kind of makes sense. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Right, and then offset this again by like 3, just so that I have that's funny. Anyways, just so that I have actually no. Make it more like 10. Yeah. Because I'm going to print just this, right? And then extend the arc here. Then these I don't need. I'm trying to think out what I need to do here. Okay. I need some kind of slot, right? Or slip thing. Then that's going to have to also be 2. But on the other side. Which means that it's going to have to come out more. Okay, 20 then. Ooh, no, okay. That'll just be 10. And then this will be its own thing then. This, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Darn. That was 5, so then make this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So make it about 12. The reason I think 12 is because one more than this whole thing would be 10. And then give it a little bit more to, like, give it the extra length here. Or give it a little extra length because it's going to be bent, right? Okay. So this should be enough that I can test the concept, right? And I'm going to try 0.6, right? And so this one will be tab, and this one will be slot. And then I don't even know if I need both of these slots, because the idea is supposed to be that the tab can bend so that it goes like up and over, you know? But it might just need to go through one of them and be long, so I don't know. Okay, and then I guess I'll go ahead and save these. Make a new folder, call it I'm just gonna call it folding fan. Folding fan. Okay, new folder, tests. Save. Save. I mean, it's not really a folding fan. It doesn't fold, it slides. Okay, and then I'll go ahead, slice, and print that as soon as I can. Okay, so I need to move the cookie cutters out. Anyways, folding fan. Test. Now I'm gonna slice these. Let's see what I've got. Center this and center this. Move this one out of the way. And down. 13 minutes is not a long time. I can get this printed real fast. Alright. Yeah, skirt would be the best. 3 layers. Doop. Doop. Why? Okay, what is the point of the order there? It goes here. It fills in a little bit, and then it stops filling that in and jumps to another spot. Fills in a little bit more. Stops where it was and jumps to another spot. Fills in a little more. Okay. Now it's filled in all it can in the direction it was going, so it makes sense to jump to a different spot here. And then it stops where it was and jumps to another spot, fills in all it can here, fills in all it can there, fills in all the rest of that, except for a little corner, which is understandable, jumps way back over there, then fills in that last corner. Why? I don't understand why. Hang on, let me see something. So it's doing this corner, it's doing that. Oh, I know what it's doing. I know what it's doing. See? Okay, so the people who write this program do know what they're doing, and I don't know what they're doing. I knew it. Okay, so what it's doing, right, is it's got these lines here, and these are small and thin and could possibly warp up. So it's filling in enough, right, to like hold down these lines before it comes up with the rest of it. That makes sense, right? Is to keep the bottom layer from failing. But that's not necessarily needed for the next layer, but it's going to do the same thing anyways. And then... Okay, well this one's not jumping, is it? Oh man. There goes my hypothesis. Well, unless this one is small enough that it doesn't need to jump, because like the whole thing doesn't take long enough, you know? Unless it jumps before, but anyways. Oh no! Oh no! Look, it stopped jumping. Okay. Yeah, so like on the bottom layer, it's jumping around to keep the corners in. That makes sense. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and save this now. New folder. Folding fan. Even though it doesn't fold. New folder, tests. Tab and slot. Alright. And I don't even know if I need the full tab here or the full slot. Because if I can get away with it, I could probably just use one of these slots. Maybe make it thinner. Probably not. And a shorter tab, but I will see. I will see. Okay, I'll go ahead and get this printed then. Okay, I've got the slot and I've got the tab. And all I gotta do is check if it'll go through. Yeah, and then it slides pretty well. And then do I like how that looks on the other side? What if I just have this? That's better. Would that interfere with the other ones? No, it wouldn't, because the other one would be about here if it was there, but it wouldn't be there because I'd be putting things a little bit more smartly. I think this will work pretty fine. I still want to decide. I still don't know if I want to make the slot go through both tabs or one tab. Both tabs feels more secure. Let's see. One tab, however, is also pretty secure. And it's not going to move this much when I have it into the thing. So I think one tab should be fine. But I might want to I think one tab might be fine, but I might want to make it, see if I can get away with it being a little shorter. Let's see. I think I like one tab better overall, actually. Yeah. Or, I think I like the tab going through one slot better overall. Tab. Yeah. And it's pretty stuck together, so I like that, you know, because the friction's going to keep it together. So I also like it being at 0.6. I think 0.6 is going to give me a good, when I shake it, it's going to give me a good amount of air when I have a lot of them. Because if I take, hang on a second. Yeah, because if I take this, right, that's giving me a good amount of air, and it's 0.6. So if I have basically a big chunk of this, you know, is the idea. So I think I'm going to go with one slot. I might make the tab not half as long, because half as long I think is a little too short, but I might make it about 3/4 as long as it is right now. I think that should work. So yeah, and then if it doesn't work, I can always add in another slot. Does the slot have to be 2 millimeters? I think it does have to be fairly long, because if it's super short, it'll turn into, because if it's too short, right, then I'll get the shorter, the smaller this gap, the more perpendicular these will have to be. So that's why I made it pretty big. I don't know if it has to be 2 millimeters, but 2 millimeters is working so far, so I'm not going to change it, you know, because, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Unless I need to optimize it, and then I'll have to test, but I don't think I'll need to optimize it like that. So I think I will go with one slot and a slightly shorter tab than this, and I think that'll work. It slides pretty nicely too.